John C. Maxwell, who said, a leader's lasting value is measured by succession. And succession, as we know it, or defined by Google, is a number of people or things of similar kind following one after the other. Tonight, Toastmasters and guests, I stand to recognize shoulders upon which I stand, and many of us in this room stand tonight. An organization that was formed more than 40 plus years ago with the purpose of professionally developing the men of this country, Club 1600. Toastmasters and guests, my very first debut into Toastmasters started in Atlantis with the great persuaders of Atlantis. A few of you may know about them. When I walked into the Toastmaster meeting, I was trying to understand, what is this all about? How did I even get here? But I realized there was something about that meeting that said, you know what? You gotta be here. You have to stay here because there's something in this meeting for you. Fast track, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I didn't feel that I was being fair the way I anticipated to be fair. So as time progressed, I eventually dwindled away, finding myself longing to be a part of a club that would nourish me, that would encourage me, that would lead me to be the best that I can be, the best in my class. And luckily for me, I changed professions. I went from the hotel industry right down to insurance, sales. And I was told that, hey, in order for you to be the best in your class, Toastmasters is a very good avenue. Why? Because it connects you with professional individuals, such as distinguished Toastmaster Cyprian Gibson. So I joined the BAF Stars Club 1405256. And they were able to nurture me and help me to develop a little further. However, being a sort of closed club, I was limited to what I really could do because I didn't have the opportunity to speak as much as I wanted to speak without being able to have the real competition I anticipated to have. Nonetheless, I progressed further, getting an opportunity to visit Club 7178 and then Club 1600. Club 7178, Toastmasters and guests, is the ideal club, in my opinion, for young individuals. Persons that try to compete in their class. Persons that want to say, you know what? It's not only this Toastmaster that's doing something, but it's also there's other Toastmasters over here that are trying to do something for themselves. Club 7178 gave me an idea that I could be a member of this club and still progress further. However, someone whispered in my ear, you know, Club 1600 is an all-men's club. Initially, I thought, I cool. I ain't really down with that. All men? Nah, I good. Nevertheless, something pricked my interest. And I visited the first Bahamas branch of Club 1600 when they were back at Super Club Breezes. To my amazement, to my astonishment, to my absolute surprise, Club 1600 was far better than what I thought it to be. The men of Club 1600 were not just mere men. Yes. The men of Club 1600 were born and driven leaders. The men of Club 1600 were ultimately men on the move. The men of Club 1600 was ultimately the best in class. Definitely an environment that I anticipated to be a part of. So I decided I have to be a part. A year or two passed, but I still didn't join. What happened? how the Toastmaster Cameron Sands dwindled away from Club 1600 and then find his way back home to walk in the halls, in the doors of Club 1600 and be accepted and be welcomed in as a 1600 man, as a man with ambition, as a man with a goal, as a man with a drive to be the best in his class. Toastmasters and guests, the first Bahamas branch of Club 1600 has propelled me, has propelled many members at this team to be where they are today.
Yes.
Toastmasters and guests, I encourage you, whenever you see him as if you are downtrodden, pick up the phone, call on a Club 1600 member. I guarantee you, I promise you, I admonish you that a Club 1600 member will encourage and support, uplift, and motivate you to be the best version that you can be. Toastmasters and guests, I invite you to raise your glasses to 1600 as the best in class. Mr. Chairman.